Hi, I'm Eric Peterson. I'm a dating and relationship coach from skillofattraction.com. And today's attraction video is how to handle it when your girl isn't responding to your texts. Now, as frustrating and annoying as it could be, um, this really isn't a huge deal and it's pretty easy to handle. I know a lot of people see this as an act of disrespect or rudeness, and sometimes it is, but other times it's really not about you. It's, they're busy doing things, just living life. And you really shouldn't get that upset about it. By getting upset about it, it really is a form of insecurity and neediness, which is a huge turnoff for women. They find it very unattractive, and so you want to try to avoid that at all costs. Now, I'm not talking about playing games or being manipulative about it, but there's easy ways to get around this. So you're not blowing up her phone and you're not getting all upset and anxious over the whole ordeal. There really is no set time frame when someone should be responding to your texts. And there's been times when I haven't heard back from a girl in days. And I've talked to guys where sometimes they're upset because their girlfriend hasn't responded to them in a couple hours, and they're freaking out. So it's you really got to get a handle on that so you're not getting all emotional, because over emotional guys again is quite the turnoff for women. So today I'm going to give you some tips and some ideas to deal with this so it's not a big deal to you or to her. First of all, you want to put your phone away or put it in your pocket, put it on silent. If you're checking it every couple minutes, it's not going to get her to respond any quicker, and you're really just getting yourself worked up over nothing. So out of sight, out of mind. You don't need to worry about it. If you're counting the minutes that it takes for her to respond, the minutes, the hours, whatever it may be, you're way too focused on her, and this is not good for you. And maybe not right away, but eventually it's going to be working against you. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of guys make is keeping their phone in plain view, constantly checking it, wondering why is she taking so long to respond. And because you keep thinking about it, you're in danger of making a huge mistake, which is like double or triple texting. Nothing conveys neediness like keep texting your girl when she's not responding to you. It's a huge mistake, and it's gonna work against you. So focus your attention elsewhere. Sitting around watching TV probably isn't going to do the trick for you. Your mind's still going to be focused on her and why she's not responding. So you want to do something productive, like read a book, hang out with some of your buddies, go out, work on some of your hobbies or passions in life. If you're building a business, focus on that. Something productive that's keeping your mind busy and that's, fulfilling for you. And the good thing about this is if she is texting you while you're busy doing these other things, she may be wondering, why aren't you responding quick enough? And you're not really playing games with her. You are busy. So it's really a win-win for you if you handle it this way. Now, the next thing you want to do is stop with that internal negative self-talk. When the heart's involved and there's emotions, we tend to overthink things and blow it way out of proportion. It just keeps snowballing and snowballing until we're just absolutely going nuts. Now, when this happens, we tend to come up with these ridiculous scenarios that just keep building and building. and anxiety starts to set in. And really 99.9% of the time, it's not even close to what you're thinking it is. You go from, why is she taking so long to text me back, to, is she texting another guy? Is she out with another guy? Maybe she's screwing another guy. Oh my God, maybe she's been cheating on me this whole time and I'm such a chump. You see how this is building up, and maybe she was just busy. I mean, you really don't know, and you're getting yourself all worked up over nothing. And again, this could lead to other problems like double texting, triple texting, jumping on social media and stalking her social media, see what she's doing. And then if you see her on social media, it's going to make you even more frustrated and angry and think she's trying to pull something over on you. Or even worse, you head over to her house or to her place of business. I mean, I was talking to this guy one time, and his girlfriend wasn't responding to his texts, and he actually drove over to her house and waited for her on her porch because she wasn't home. And he was telling me about how she pulls up in the driveway, and she's so completely freaked out that he's waiting for her on her porch that she rolls up the windows and locks the door. And this is just getting him, more frantic and frustrated, and it blew up in this whole thing. And it was just because the girl was out and she was busy, and he made such a huge deal about it. And after that, she ended up telling him that she needs a break, she needs some space from him, which made him even more upset. And this is all over because the girl was busy. She was out with her friends and she didn't respond to him. So you could see how something so small could turn into something so big so quickly, just because your mind is messing with you. So just turn these thoughts into positive thoughts. I mean, maybe you could say something like, oh, she's just playing hard to get. It's not a big deal. Or you could even be more realistic and just say, she's busy. What else can you do right now? So just let it go. And if you have to, like I said, turn those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, and and focus on other things, and you should be fine. Now, another thing you should do is you don't want to make the girl your purpose in life, or your number one purpose, I should say. I know it may seem a little counterintuitive because we see that type of crap in movies, and it seems really sweet in the movies, but in reality, you're basically smothering her by acting like that, and it puts tons of pressure on her to the point where she just wants to push you away. And so you can't make her your number one purpose in life. And you do this by focusing on your own passions and purpose in life, whatever that may be. Of course, you still have to make time for her too, if she's your girlfriend. But you want to make your passions number one in life. And I know that sounds kind of weird and selfish, but it's really not. And she will be relieved deep down. She may be pressuring you to give her more attention. But what you do, you set aside time for your passions, and you set aside time for her, and they don't ever cross paths. This way, you're tending to both these important things in your life, but not everything all on her, and because that will just drive her crazy. And also, by focusing on your passions, it makes you a lot more interesting to her. I mean, women just love interesting guys, and when you do get together, you'll have so much more to talk about. And I mean, if you're constantly in each other's space and face and constantly texting and on the phone, I mean, eventually you're going to run out of things to talk about. And I mean, it's a bad way to go, because she's going to get bored, you're going to get bored, and before you know it, you're both just sitting on the couch, not talking, not having sex, not doing anything really. And so it's really good to, you both have separate lives, but you also have a life together. I mean, like I said, women love interesting guys. I mean, it was probably one of the reasons that she was initially drawn to you, is because she found you interesting. And, it also adds a little bit of mystery between you two. And like I said, it will, keep you talking and have interesting things to discuss, and maybe even more interesting things to do with each other. Now, the next thing that's pretty important, as long as you're not in a committed relationship with her, I mean, if it's casual or you just started dating and you're not really serious yet, you should always keep your options open. And even better than just keeping your options open, you should be dating more than just one woman, because this way you won't be so fixated on just her. You won't be devoting as much emotional and mental energy on one girl. I mean, if you think about it, if you're dating 2-3 girls at once, you're not going to be worried about one girl not responding to your text right away, because you're going to be talking to other girls. And the same thing goes with, having dates. You're always going to have a date or something to do with one of them. I mean, obviously, if you're in a committed relationship, it's probably not a good way to go, because you're not going to be keeping her around very long. But, like I said, if it's just casual, she's a new girl, don't get so locked into, just one girl until, like I said, it's committed relationship. Now, the next thing you want to think about, and this is a big one, is you want to keep the interaction enticing and interesting and exciting. Women can get bored really easily. I mean, they're used to guys saying and doing the same old things all the time, and that's boring and predictable, and it's not going to keep her attention very long. Women are emotional beings, and, texting her something like, hey, she's not going to be jumping to the phone to respond to you. The idea here is to make her feel something. So you want to be, fun and playful and, a little mysterious and a little bit challenging. Ask her, fun questions about herself, as opposed to, the typical interview style questions, or even like boring questions like, oh, what did you do today? My day was okay. What did you do today? I mean, she's going to lose interest right away. However, she has to put in some effort too, so make sure she's asking you some questions. And, just don't, gush everything out when she asks you a question and tell her everything. Just give her little bits here and there. Women may argue with me about this, but they really do love pulling like things out of you and, getting certain answers out of you. So just don't give her everything at once. I'm not saying to lie to her or purposely keep things from her, but she will ask you more questions, the more she wants to know. So, just keep things a little creative and spicy, and, things that is going to pique her curiosity and get her to be asking you more questions. And finally, do not confront her about it when she does finally text you back. It's just let it roll off your back. It's not that big of a deal. By getting all upset and emotional and butthurt over the whole thing, I mean, it's really the opposite of attractive. It shows your insecurity and your neediness, and it's just really a bad way to go. So just be confident. What I've told you here today is really the best way to handle this, and it will, considering the situation, it really will make you come off as the most attractive you could possibly be for this particular situation. So really the key to this whole thing is to stay busy with fulfilling things. Don't focus so much of your attention on her alone. Keep your options open with other women until you're a committed couple. Keep things fun and interesting. And don't get so upset and emotional over minor things. And that's really it. Now, if you have found this video helpful or valuable to you in any sense, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button or you shared it with your friends and family or on social media. It'd be great if you subscribe to my channel. I have a bunch more videos coming out. And if you need some help with your dating and relationship life, head over to my website at skillofattraction.com. You could click on the coaching tab to book some email coaching with me. I only offer email coaching at this time. I'll have other options in the future. Or if you have a quick question, you could click on the contact tab and shoot me an email. And if it's an interesting question, I would be happy to answer it in an upcoming video. Of course, I will respect your privacy and, keep names and locations and all that to myself. But yeah, until the next attraction tips video, I will see you later.